Sagittarius, welcome to the channel. If you are a returning subscriber, I want to say thank you so very much. If you are brand new to the channel or cross-watching, make sure you come in, hit that thumbnail, check out the other videos. I just laid out 2026, the excuse me, the last quarter readings. So I will leave the videos at the very end of this one here, so you can go check those out if you like. All right, so we are going to shuffle up here and get started in your reading. Sagittarius, I hope you have made plans for New Year's. I hope that you stick to your guns. I hope that you give out as much love as you possibly can without overexerting yourself. I hope that I can shuffle a little bit better for you. Yeah. That's one of my New Year's resolutions, to get my shuffle better, right? Okay. No, but seriously, I feel like this year I'm going to laugh a little bit more, and I hope that you're kind of doing the same thing, you know? Not be so hard on yourself. If you don't reach your goals, you know, to you know, maybe understand a little bit more patience with yourself. Be patient. Okay, I'm going to shuffle these one more time, and we'll get started here. All right, Sagittarius, here we go. If you stick with me all the way through, we're definitely going to learn something. I'll learn something about you, and you'll learn something about me. If you want to fast forward there until we get to the first of the reading, do so. Okay, Sagittarius, in your current energy right now, we have the Nine of Cups. The wish fulfilled, perhaps. This is your energy. Could be talking about some, you know, some visions you're working on. You know, the Nine of Cups has that, is a temporary card as well, though. But wish fulfilled is what a lot of people like to refer to it as. You know, he's done the work. He's enjoying himself. It's an overindulgent enjoy. And it's funny, I just said that, right? I'm glad you got to watch me lay those out, because I didn't make that up. I plan on overindulging enjoy. I'm going to get happy. I'm going to tell some really stupid jokes and make a lot of fun of myself and other people. Going to be great. This is your crop. Check this out. I'll get the right camera and then it'll be good to go. All right. Little queen action there. I'll get the other camera. Challenge card. Queen of Swords. Okay. What that means for you, we will definitely probably clarify along the way. I'm going to refer back and forth to these two cards, okay? But your current challenge seems to be the Queen of Swords, which could be talking about if you are a masculine, waiting on some information coming from your queen. If you are a twin flame journalist, you know, perhaps there's been this push-pull retreat taking place. Doesn't have to be. But I'm looking at the cards, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. You've got some situations going on. We got some cups. Okay, we got some 3 cups here. 8 cups going on, but we'll get to it. Another King of Cups. So I'm kind of just like cutting to the chase really quick. But I'm going to go through the cards here. This may or may not apply. It may not resonate with you guys. If it does not, don't worry about it. Come into the channel and check out some of the other readings, though, okay? All right. The very first card we got right here, the Ace of Cups, okay? This is talking about what's lying underneath. And I said all those things earlier about the waiting on that energy to come in, perhaps that queen to talk, to speak. But this is underneath. You really, really value somebody heavily in the emotion space, in the heart space, in the love button, in the lower chakra. Well, I'm just saying. But anyway, the next card to show up, the 4 of Wands, okay? Now, this doesn't have to be masculine. Doesn't have to be. It can be. But the reason I just said that is because, like I said, your challenge card being that queen. But Underlying is this union, a connection. So like I said, if this is a soul flame, a soul journey, a twin flame journey, you're waiting for union. You're waiting for it to happen again. Okay. So like I said, take the energy if it applies, but it appears to be so far relationship based. Okay. And then the next energy, we got the strength card. We could be talking about Leo in your timeline, in your path. You could be dealing with somebody who's Leo, you know, but there is compassion. All right. There's a patient strength. Okay. The strength card refers to that you don't need to use brute strength to make things happen. You know what I mean? So that's kind of your undercurrent energy right here. Now, keep in mind that your present energy, like I said, was that wish fulfilled. It's like maybe I met somebody and I feel like this is my wish fulfilled. You've manifested this. Okay. But your challenge being the Queen of Swords. So we're going to keep on rolling and take a look. Now, this was in the recent past. There was an offering made of some kind. The Ace of Pentacles shows up. Okay. Now, the Ace of Pentacles is that garden in the gate. It's everything's working out smoothly. It's an offering of divinity that gives you that stability. It could be somebody made you feel so good inside in your heart space, you know, flattered you and made you feel stable. Okay. It could be as simple as those, which I don't consider that to be very simple, but or it could have also been in the recent past you were offered, let's say, a position at work or a job or something like that. Okay. But since I kind of feel like we're geared toward the relationship, I kind of feel like that may be where it's going, but it may be subject to change. So also in the recent past, I keep wanting to go to that same camera. I'm going to get this right. Okay. See if I can get that up there. It's not wanting to focus and I can't keep it still here. How about if we do that? Yeah. High Priestess. All right. So the High Priestess talks about triple moon crown. She's a goddess, intuitively speaking. Something along the way got you really into your introspection. Something happened. It's like I said, it could have been an offering. It could have been this love, this connection. Excuse me. But it really made you investigate what was going on emotionally. This stirred up all kinds of emotions, whatever this was, and you'll have to fill in the blanks. But it was something in the recent past for you, okay? Now, also in the recent past, all right, we had the Five of Swords, okay? So there was some kind of something that took place in the recent past that this could have been an argument, this could have been a fight, this could have been a breakup. This could have been that somebody took something from you and you got a little bit of revenge back. Doesn't have to be, but I'm just saying there is a bit of a vendetta about the Five of Swords. Winning at what cost? You know, you maybe had to verbalize or speak. It is a communication card, air sign. So, you know, you could be talking about any of the air signs. But what I feel like is that in the recent past, there was some kind of a defeat. There, you know, you're kind of walking away, going, I don't really feel like I wanted this. You know, whatever that means for you. I didn't get satisfaction over this. This didn't feel the way I thought it was going to feel. I broke up with this person. Now I'm feeling it still. Or this could have been that you had to tell somebody some news about something that you know. Maybe you knew something about a relationship that somebody was in and you had to speak to them. And it could have caused an imbalance of some kind, okay? So now we're going to move on. We are going to be looking at the possibilities, okay? This is the possibilities. The Eight of Swords. Is this love? Is this connection? Is this wish fulfilled an illusion? The Eight of Swords. Sagittarius. The Eight of Swords talks about illusion, okay? It talks about the bond or the bindings that's wrapped around this person. They feel trapped. They feel they're in a continuous loop, a cycle that just you know, they feel stuck and can't get out of, okay? And then it's followed by the Two of Pentacles, okay? So the Two of Pentacles also is that juggling this aspect, this idea. Remember that your challenge being this information. Whoa. Oh, okay, the other camera. The challenge coming in, right? The Queen of Swords if you're waiting on that information, it's juggling those emotions because you haven't gotten the information. Or this could also be that you're in a relationship and that you're trying to make ends meet on certain things, but you are capable of also being one that can balance lots of different things at one given time too. Okay. So the next card to come out is the Star card. Okay. We could be talking about Aquarius here. We don't have to be, but there may be an Aquarius there in the possibilities, an Aquarian. But really, it's kind of bowing down. It's realizing the honoring your sovereignty, honoring your chakra, keeping yourself balanced, nurturing the spiritual side with your earthbound side, staying grounded. Okay. The 7 little stars represent the 7 chakra centers. So it could be a situation where this balancing act of trying to stay focused, you're trying to pull back a little bit, but it just feels like this cycle keeps coming around with that 8 of Swords, okay, and the possibilities. And I feel like if this is a relationship, if this is a soulmate contract, if this is a twin flame journey, that repetitive cycle is kind of reminding you of that, right? So now we're going to look at the near future. All right. And in the near future, we have the 3 of Cups. Okay. So some kind of connection is about to take place in the near future, some kind of gathering. This could be as simple as, you guys getting together, you gals getting together and, having girls' night out. This could be even further as third-party influences from the external, of this situation or whatever it is, okay, emotionally wise. But it's reciprocated. You're sharing some emotions. So there could be some friends or somebody that you're talking with or about this situation, whatever that may be. We'll move on. We'll go back to it, I'm sure, and clarify. But then we had the 8 of Cups, okay? So the 8 of Cups talks about kind of a, walking away for obvious reasons, but really an unfulfilled emotions. It's like what this relationship, or it doesn't seem to reciprocate, and I'm wondering if I need to move away from it. I'm still waiting on that Queen of Swords, that passive information, that subtle information, that phone call, that damn text, that, hey, you're mine, right? Could be something like that. I said that because pow, the King of Cups shows up also near future. Okay. So not bad deal. King of Cups, you're waiting on it. Okay. And like I said, Queen of Cups and or King of Cups and the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords being your challenge. Okay. You're waiting for him to step up. I'm going to go ahead and go there. You're waiting for your masculine to step up, and it's got you in the head, so you kind of reached out to other people to try to find out what's going on. It's just like, push, pull, retreat, and it sucks. All right, Sagittarius, I'm with you though. I love you. Here's the deal. We're going to find out what the self is, what you're showing up as in this. Okay. Sagittarius, what are you showing up as? What kind of energy? I should have. I'm going to leave it right there on my arm. It just kind of flipped. You can't see it. It's on my arm. Oh my goodness. Check it out. All right. Yeah. Bam. Lovers. I wish I had it on my camera down low. I'm sorry. I got to do click with one hand, fold cards with the other. It gets pretty tough for me. The Lovers. Sagittarius. Here we go. Okay. So what does this mean? This could be a Gemini we're talking about. Lovers here. You could have a Gemini energy, Doesn't have to be. It could be talking about, like I said, this friendship, this 3 of Cups as well. A union, a connection. The bonds of the connection that you've got going on. So, like I said, this 3 of Cups right in here. I tell you though, I'm looking at how you're showing up. I feel like this is like I said, I feel like you kind of know that this is the one you're looking for, right? That's kind of what I feel. Your underlying energy being the Ace of Cups, the next energy, being the 4 of Wands, the next energy being strength, which could be a Leo, represent Leo or fire sign, but also underlying energy. There was an offering, intuitively, this, but then there was just that one damn thing there in the recent past was the Five of Swords. And you're not quite sure. So it's the Five of Swords and the Eight of Swords. And so I kind of feel like it's like lack of communication. It's been 2 weeks. It's been 2 months. It's maybe been 2 years is kind of the energy I'm picking up on. But we do have the Lover's card, and that is a very positive sign there, right? Okay, so that's how you're showing up as a self. I'm going to pop that baby right in the center. Sagittarius, we're going to take a look at the environment around you right now, okay? What's the environment around Sagittarius right now? What's the environment like? Sagittarius, what's the environment like? Okay, we've got the King of Pentacles showing up here. Maybe my light can pick that up. Excuse me, the King of Pentacles is showing up in the environment. So there's some kind of a stable figure in your life. This could be a father figure. This could be a, boyfriend. Already existing boyfriend. An already stable life. It doesn't have to be masculine. It could be feminine as well. Lots of men in their feminine positions like that, but it is the King of Pentacles. So I kind of feel like there is a dominating, maybe an energy, or at least I take that back. I don't want to go there with the dominating part. But what I do want to say is that it feels like you're very focused on your finances, or you're very focused towards this relationship is growing something with this person. Kind of like that power dynamic. You see yourself with this person, and you make it makes you feel very stable like this is what I'm trying to get at. But that's dominating you emotionally. Remember your challenge? Okay. And if you could just get that information, I think that would all play out, right? All right, so that's the energy environment around you. I want to know what your hopes, your fears, your wishes, and your worries are. 2026, just a few days away here, 2026. What are the hopes, the fears, the wishes, and the worries for Sagittarius? One more time. One more time. Maybe we can get one to pop. Oh, there it goes. All right. Okay. Yes, emotional clarity. I feel like you're moving out in a way and trying to get this answer. Right? I mean, it's a beautiful card. The Six of Swords. Okay. And it does talk about that. It does talk about also emotional wounding, perhaps a mother figure, excuse me, or some childhood wounding, something like that. But it's also emotional clarity, moving out of choppy waters and into, like I said, a clear and safer passage, water, and talks about moving out as well. So, and I kind of feel like that goes along the lines. Let me, if I can get my hand underneath that card there. Yeah, it kind of goes along the lines with that King of Pentacles kind of stability there. As we look down, and the Lover's sitting on it with the King of Pentacles. So I really feel like that's what that's talking about, an emotional clarity. And like I said, you and your challenge being that, being the Queen of Swords, right? So I kind of feel like you're just shooting for that emotional clarity. You got to know the answer, right? Yeah, and the Strength card's coming in to tell you patience. At least the Star card. You got, like I said, you had the Strength over here. You also had the Star card. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be about balance there, trying to get that perfect balance. So what is the outcome and direction for Sagittarius? What's the outcome and direction for Sagittarius 2026 here? Really soon. Got a card flipped over in that deck. Okay. Let's take a look. All right. This is different. The Five of Pentacles. Why the Five of Pentacles showing up in this energy? Maybe you're feeling like you're being left out. And that makes perfect sense with the Six of Swords. I'm almost positive that's what that means. You just feel like is it still there? Is that energy still there for you? Was this thing the real thing? I'm going to clarify though, because I can't keep it right there. That's just a cliffhanger from hell. I want to know. I want to know about this Ace of Pentacles. Okay, this underlying energy, this Ace of Pentacles. You know, we had the Lover's card already show up, right? This Ace of Pentacles. I can't do that to you. I can't do that to you. I'm going to shuffle these. Hold that thought. All right. The Ace of Pentacles. Let's clarify that Ace of Pentacles, Sagittarius. Okay. Yeah. Yep. You got the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. It's definitely moving forward. You're graduating from the Ace to the Seven. Okay. You know, you got the Ace of Pentacles. You got the Ace of Cups. I feel like I feel like this is saying patience again. It's saying you're graduating towards it. It's definitely moving. The universe is moving that way. It's just taking its time. It's very slow. I wish that was a better card for you to go, shit, I waited on that. But damn it, here's the case, right? I don't think this is not real. I think it's very real. Illusion, wish fulfilled was your present energy, right? Is this too good to be true? Your challenge was just the communication. You know, it's waiting. It's being patient on that communication. Rising up, being the... I know what that's like. That's just the thing. It's one of those things that can drive you nuts. Sagittarius, you know I'm going to give you one of those answers. I think the universe is trying to tell you something here. I really do. Okay? If you're waiting to make the move, if you're waiting to reach out to this person, there's all the cards are lining up as a really, really cool romance, a really cool situation here. I was wondering, I mean, the star, yes, the star card, the high priestess. I think your intuition's on. I think your intuition is on. And I'm thinking, for some reason, I feel like you need to give it 2 weeks. 2 weeks is in my head, and I said that earlier. Why 2 weeks? Because maybe that answer is going to come in, and maybe you're jumping the gun. You're so excited, so to rush forward or something like that. So I don't know, but I feel like 2 weeks is stuck in my head. Sag, give it 2 weeks. Just give it 2 weeks. But everything looks good. This looks like a really, really good contract. It feels like you're leaving the emotions behind, doing the inner self, the possibilities, and in the recent future. So, hey, I hope this is confirmation for you. If it is, let me know. Let me know. All right. I'm getting out of here. I hope this was confirmation for you. I hope that you got something from this. It sounded pretty individualized, but hopefully somebody out there in YouTube land understood. All right. Much love. I hope to see you on the next one. All right. All right. Bye-bye.